A stacked side, there's no doubt about it. Group A, group of death, Ents gone, Vitality gone, Heroic gone, G2 gone. It's MOUZ and NiP battling for that single spot, and we're heading into our second map. I got Jason Moses O'Toole in the flesh. The Bold Eagle is here and soaring into map 2. Now, what do you reckon, Jason, about the idea of 3? The desk are doubting them, and NiP looking dominant on Inferno in the past, just yesterday. So I think it's going to be an uphill struggle.
I think everything is lining. Oh, there's a nice shot from S-Tag with the P250. Bymas just wanted a little bit of information in a 5-on-4 right out of the gates. I think everything lining up to make this a very difficult win for MOUZ, and especially if you go back to Vertigo, which is MOUZ's pick. NiP just seems so clinical, so well prepared on that T side, so good at moving across the map. I don't think we should see anything different here on Inferno, and they're even going to bypass the stack in a 5-on-4.
Okay, well, it's certainly stacked against Dexter.
He needs 1 to 2 kills as they come into the bomb site.
First click has to be pretty perfect. He's holding a slither gap. He sees the utility. Surely calling for help now as 2 smokes throw on in. Coffin smoked, CT smoked, site taken. It's going to be a 3-man banana fight for Brolan.
He better be ready.
Oh, info. Yeah, and Dexter's actually managed to find one. Plopsky has been caught and converted on that nade. Oh, Brolan on the half wall just ruins MOUZ's day. He might even finish with a flourish. He gets 2. JDC. Where are they going?
They're not playing any games.
So cruel. That is so cruel. And they'll leave Rez here, so he can't go CT.
It's heartbreak as well when you think about the fact that Dexter even does his job pretty darn well. Gets 1 kill, delays the plant. You think that's going to make this flank a little bit more effective with 3 players. This is impossible for JDC.
Running all the way to A. JDC has no answers, no info, and hampus is going to arrive just in the nick of time as he rounds that corner. Click to the back of the head. NiP take the T-side pistol here on map 2.
Yeah, good hold from Brolan, continuing that solid play from Vertigo. He ended up with what, like 23, 24-ish, give or take? Nice double kill here, defending half wall, shutting down the retake before it can even truly begin. Frozen checks for it. torzsi's not ready, has no idea. When Frozen goes down that quick as well, no chance for torzsi to respond. Yeah,
Maui saying taking 50-50 joules and not 50-50 joules with Brolan in this form. I think that's a fair summation. But forced by investment from MOUZ, going to try and wrestle for control here. It's 2 AK-47s. Up against that 1 SMG, the rest just rocking the sidearms, and Kev.
Standard control up banana for Brolan with the help of hampus, although forced back, making sure they're not going to get caught by that late take of car from the CT side. And NiP readjusting on the map. All 5 players going to convene towards the A bomb site. Looks like a Hulse pop is in the future.
Mystic Mech over here. They are running into the stack as it stands, and stands to deliver 1 is Bymas. That SMG gets it done, but the round and the sight likely as well. It's unchecked at Dexter right now. You can see S-Tag's hesitance. They haven't confirmed this is clear just yet.
There's a smoke down in middle as well, so none of the mid players actually want to help clear this out. So another smoke will buy them time to just sit and wait patiently. That's not ideal. That's even less ideal. Oh, Dexter, 1 more would have been great, but you made the round possible.
It's doable. Really threatening now. Ninjas, bit of a fumble here. Resmoke's great, but they're already into the site. It achieves nothing. Good find over the smoke. It's Brolan to solve the first. And now JDC, rookie year. Big pressure on his shoulders in the 1v1 for this forced by war up against Rez. One of the sharpest tools in the shed, and he shows us why. A quick click. And I think DGL a little displeased with how close that one got. He's like, oh, not this again.
I know. He's like, Jesus, we worked on this so much in practice. Oh, boy. But, I mean, look, I don't even know if necessarily too many mistakes given up. Some phenomenal shots from Dexter as the smoke clears. Finds a kill on a hampus through the wall. That spin is something special. 9 times out of 10, that's not a problem for S-Tag to trade, but obviously beautiful deagle work from the Australian. 2-0.
Well, 2 HEs could be quite exciting. Especially if they time it to perfection. Hampus and Brolan about to walk on in. That's a lot of nade damage already dealt to the CTs. Bang. That's all they've got. Softens them up for that Bymas Deeg now on the floor as a double molly kill. The flash and the flame combine nicely.
Oh, another one.
That's a quick one. Wow, what? Hampus gets a 3K
with a Molotov.
Molotov.
That last player just steps into it right at the end, right at the tail end.
Got to avoid those SMGs, man.
Yeah.
I think we have actually seen that before, haven't we? Where the players
team will willfully just all die to a Molotov instead of the SMGs. Yeah, that's an old meta. 3-0 for NiP. AWP is out early for MOUZ in the hands of torzsi, obviously. One kit on JDC. Keep your eyes on that. Plenty of utility. It's only torzsi missing anything.
torzsi just threw out a very early deep mid smoke. Now there's a lot of moves you can make through it. Dexter with a deep nade. That's one way to use that smoke. Early banana control gifted over by virtue of that smoke, admittedly. torzsi full reign in the apartment, so nothing to report.
UMP as well, so he's willing to take a few more risks. Pushed up relatively fast in towards holes and clear out any kind of aggressive stance. These are a lot of utility being used early. Look at the Molotovs they just forced out at the A bomb site at 1:20. Just that presence, that flashbang in halls, making MOUZ feel a little bit nervous. Now a clean mid take. There's no nades for MOUZ to activate on defense.
Yeah, they have no answers. They're just flying blind in this 3-2 split for now, and now NiP can group.
Frozen has a smoke over at Sandbag, so he's just going to put it out now. This is fine. NiP is fine with that one. That's going to give them cover as well as they kind of start to push up banana. And they'll just wait it out slowly. Plenty of time left on the clock. Bymas has the final piece of delaying utility. He's all the way in pit.
Well, Frozen, if ever there was a time to start fragging up a storm, it would be right here and now. 38 as Frozen has a go. Meets Plopski's UMP. Upgrade provided. Hope depleting rapidly for MOUZ. Eat the flash. Smoke arrives. Dexter trying his luck. You still can't see a thing. Blind. Hopeless now. JDC goes down, and so does the pair defending this site. We will see another NiP round. 4-0. They are not letting up the gas.
So much utility, so many flashbangs thrown towards spawn. Dexter on the rotation had no chance of getting involved in the action. They would have loved if he'd been able to have one single flashbang to throw up into the sky to activate his teammate inside the bomb site. It just wasn't possible. That would have been JDC. 4-0. I think MOUZ is going to have to be way more on top of their utility game in the future. That was a lot of Molotovs forced out early. They felt uncomfortable within the first 20 seconds of the round.
Did that song about the guy's dad driving a oh my god.
Okay.
I'm Luke, I'm 5, my dad's Bruce Lee. Drives me around in his JCB. Did that make it across, or was that just a weird thing we had for a while?
I think that was just a weird thing you had for a while, but you know, depending on which genre of music that was, it probably wasn't on my radar.
I couldn't even tell you the genre, but I remember it was a real hit. And every time you say JDC, all I can think of is I'm Luke, I'm 5, my dad's Bruce Lee. Drives me around in his JDC.
We'll work that out in the clutch round, you know, bring that one out in a good moment.
Yeah, maybe. Shout out to Luke one time.
4-0.
Yeah.
4-0 quick. Chance to add on top of it as well.
He's frustrated. I mean, it is such a mental game as Counter-Strike, and it feels like MOUZ had kind of felled their demons. I mean, it is such a brutal bracket, and to have taken two world-class teams down.
I think that's going to be the real heartbreak, is MOUZ is just like, how well did we play in this group? And we have a chance to make it through, and we just stub our toe right at the end. So many big scalps taken, so many teams eliminated in the lower bracket run by MOUZ.
And it's more of a macro version of what's been plaguing them since the beginning, which is close but no cigar. You know, a great first half, a weak second one, or one individual just not present in the server. Run boost across for torzsi.
I mean, it depends on the conversation, right? Because us from the outset are like, you know, to a certain degree, MOUZ impressed us at this event. MOUZ, you know, accomplished some of the questions. They answered some of them that we had. I mean, a pretty good feat to even make it to this in our minds, but for them, it's playoffs. Careful for the double peak. Good trade.
Yeah, JDC, a necessary one back. He actually keeps the advantage in MOUZ's favor. Frozen just stands in the off angle to convert and maintain an opening.
Look at the stockpile available to Dexter on his way over. Molotov smoke on the ground. Even another Molotov down in the water. I think I hear some Spaniards shouting in the studio.
I wonder what Cinderella is in Spanish.
You're gonna look it up, aren't you? That one's gonna chew at the back of your brain.
Just like Luke.
Yep.
It's gonna bother me.
Dexter's ready and waiting. Molotov in hand. One more Molotov on the ground as well that dropped from Frozen. But Dexter's going to slide into the site. 3 versus 4, but a 3-on-2 alone at this site. No smoke to put into the choke point for the defensive side. Just that Molotov that's burning now. And at this moment, torzsi, Bymas starting to get information and shout out that mid is clear.
It's time for Dexter and JDC to finish what they started to get MOUZ on the board. Good pre-aim from Plopsky, sweeping into the site now. Distraction provided, they need lethality, and Esatag's Flames find it. Dexter, oh, he should have been dead. Plopsky, hopefully, they don't assume it's clear. Nah, Brolin with a hard one. And just enough time to get that bomb down, the rotate through from torzsi. Does he really want to commit? Highly unlikely. There's a kit present, you can see it's just there on pool. It might have a little look in. Bomb changes, does mean they'll have to evacuate. torzsi posted up for this fight.
Yeah, well, now they're committed. This is really late in the game to be going for this. A stack around the corner means Bymas is going to get nothing done, and they just lose the weapons. Oh, that round falls flat. Again, tough being critical with time on the clock. They could have played that a little bit more passively, but you got to say, in a 4-on-3 with 2 players at that bomb site, you need something. You need some kind of a production.
How's your Spanish, Jason?
Want
to have a go?
It's been better at times. Oh, no, I don't want to have a go at that. Cenicienta? Cenicienta?
Cenicienta. No. A Cinderella story.
Well,
from
we're going to get some
Movistar.
tweets.
Yeah.
I can feel them coming already.
That's how you know you've had a good day in the office.
Deagle's out. Bymas with an MP9. MOUZ still looking for that first defensive round. Still looking to slow down this NiP attack. They'll have a chance. Doubled up in holes, what they would have wanted, and it's a 2-for-1 trade. Make that 3-for-1. Good heads-up play from Plopsky.
Yeah, handles business. Frozen and JDC just going to give it all they got as a 2-man wolf pack. And hampus, he's going to be set up perfectly for this. Oh, unprepared. JDC connects on the Desert Eagle and equips himself with a nice upgrade.
That's a good find to just back out. Don't risk it. Don't lose the AK-47. I know you're buying in the next round anyways, but at this point, MOUZ, you got to look for any long-term advantage you can to come back into this game. Movistar Riders beats Na'Vi on Inferno 16-9 in the opening map of that series.
Anything else you want to add on to that, or?
I got nothing. No? Let's just leave it there for a moment. Let it sit.
Counter-Strike, baby.
Let it set in.
Na'Vi, by the way, manhandled NiP. The reason they're in the lower bracket is because of Na'Vi and their potency. But it
made them look
Movistar Riders.
Yeah, made them look average.
They did, didn't they?
Yeah, it was brutal.
Movistar Riders. I mean, we have these stories in Counter-Strike. There's lots of them where teams just start to reach the peak of their power at the perfect time, and I think this is just such a beautiful Cinderella story. You go and win one of your first tournaments on home soil at that Challenger tournament over in Valencia. Your family, your friends, they see what you do. It ignites a little extra fire in the belly coming into one of the biggest tournaments of your career.
Yeah.
And now you find yourself in the upper bracket final for a semi-final in
against
an
the
arena
best team in the world.
Unlike anything they've seen before. Honestly, it's going to bring a tear to my eye just seeing the tears in their eyes when they walk out.
Fly the family out.
In front of a sold-out Lanxess arena.
Yeah,
come on, man.
What do we got to do to get the parents out here?
Right.
Bring them all.
Oh, God, 100%. You know, I still remember those beautiful photos and video shots where it was Cold Zera, his family.
Yeah, the whole LG and SK.
The whole LG SK run.
The entourage of family.
The entourage of family, kind of not only seeing them slowly learn the game and get excited with it, watching the match, but also just that victory as your family's in the front row. I mean, magic. Real magic.
Think of the other implication as well. Chad tweeted out this morning, FaZe and Na'Vi have to both win or both lose to remain on opposite sides of the bracket. If we get an upset here on Movistar over Na'Vi and then all of a sudden FaZe win their series, that ideal grand final matchup occurs a little bit earlier than we would have potentially wanted for the perfect story. You obviously can't blame Movistar.
Oh, how dare they beat everyone that's in front of them.
Well, here on the mainstream, 6-0 for NiP.
torzsi would be great to get himself going now, and he's got an opportunity. Brolin should and isn't dead on that first fight.
Those are the kills you got to get at this point if you're torzsi. Tough miss.
Pressure applied by NiP. They got full mid info, and there's nothing MOUZ can really do to answer this or to get answers back into brackets. You can see there's a bit of util for Frozen to have a glance down Banana. That will facilitate a rotate of torzsi. He's already floating down Speedway now, but NiP, they're lining up. Their XX are brutal. This is what this squad does best. If you don't make them sweat, if you don't ruin them in the openings, they can just execute into you.
And this position from torzsi can get isolated real quickly. One smoke towards Arches and it's all done. Here it comes right now, kills a chicken on the way.
Ultra side with the flashbang. Hampus in the apartments. Long as well. Oh, there's so few options available to the CTs. It's just Dexter and Bymas. Frozen on Arch side trying to get involved. Oh, and it's Rez that opens up the site. Pit down, Dexter found, and it's so brutal. Someone call a timeout. Get Cyclone on the mic, because this one is falling away from MOUZ fast.
Yeah, it really has. And without torzsi being able to be involved behind those smokes, there's no aggression from the defense. The pacing of that hit from NiP is so slow without utilities up. Slow, creeping, crawl, so you never get the sound cues of when to actually pounce and trigger and peek from two different angles. So it's NiP dictating the pace of that hit the whole way. MOUZ not able to throw any spanners in the work. And 7-0 now.
Something that really stood out to us yesterday when we were watching NiP's T-side on Inferno was the impact that S-Attack can have on this T-side AWP. We talk about T-side AWPs on Inferno rarely. Rarely, especially ones that have that impact. But he's been finding openings and closings over these last two Infernos. This round, no exception. 6-0. It's about to get even worse for MOUZ.
I don't know what kind of work he's done coming in. Ooh, both players at 1 HP. Rez and Hampus. Fair play. I don't know what kind of work S-Attack's done coming into this event, but he came into this with a whole new swagger to his game with the AWP. He's been super impressive. You want to talk about his T-side hopping? Wait till we get to the CT side. Depending on how many rounds MOUZ actually put on the board in this first half, but the op on the CT side, the amount of peeks he's taking down mid super quickly, just one little shoulder peek, a quick flick over, able to grab just one opening kill.
Yeah, I mean, we heard that interview. He says himself that one of the things, if NiP keep everything else the same, one of the things that could level them up is him finding more proactivity on that AWP, taking that more superstar role. That is aggressive. JDC, one and done. Frozen from the flames does lick Hampus down to maintain an advantage. MOUZ hold on with a 4v3 opening. This is what they needed.
Yeah, find a little bit of aggression, a little bit of courage to fight back. torzsi holding the angle, going to get smoked off. One player, Plopsky, creeping toward the ends of halls in a 3 versus 4. This might be a round for Plopsky to test it. Might be a round for him to just kind of peek out, see what he can find. It's open for the moment. He's got no idea.
You can see the immediate changes that MOUZ have answers top mid. A real luxury for Dexter. He's been flying blind most of the CT half. Bymas and Dexter focused on the apartment position, just inhabited by Plopsky. You got Rez and S-Attack mid-side for now, and 45 and counting. How do you break through? You've still got the util for an exec. You can see 2 smokes. You'd want top mid answers first, though. And if they could do it without expending any of that util, you'd be dreaming, you'd be laughing. torzsi, quite the opposite, though. Crying as Rez taps him down, and Dexter should have one back. He's well aware of the walkthrough. Rez being very restrained here. Free frag, well played by Dexter. Needs another as Bymas combines. It's only S-Attack now, and a round secured. Building off of that 2-man opening.
Yeah, no reason for Dexter to be expected in that position after you pick off torzsi. You don't think someone else is going to be rap side ready and waiting. Poor Rez never saw it coming as he's flashed through the smoke. Good on MOUZ to get aggressive here in this round. This is one thing they haven't really been able to get under their belt, is any kind of banana control and banana presence. This time with the nades and utility, it's perfect. They catch NiP in a little bit of a trap, a little overextended and overcommitted. Bymas able to end things with a double kill in pit. 3B start for MOUZ, and torzsi peeks down mid. Same similar nade stack deep down banana. S-tag is dropped. Good kill from Frozen.
Now we're talking. Dumping that util to maintain control as well. Up on the half wall is JDC, Frozen in support as well. We've seen this setup before, and it is very hard to break without a very well-placed flashbang. Speaking of, perfect. Forces one off, and Brawler might not clear this corner. It's perfect for the first. Frozen down, though. but he's done his job. A double kill for his B defense.
Dexter rotating over now. Molotov to slow things down. Flashbang reconsiders. JDC dictating this setup. He might want to go for a peek, but if this flashbang isn't perfect and no one from NiP is committed or blind, Molotov comes down. Torzsi's going to be able to rotate around. Again, blocked out by Smoked, which means JDC is isolated and blind and brought down to 16 HP. And once again, they've got him tucked into second oranges. No chance whatsoever.
No way. They've got themselves back into this B-bomb site and made it look easy in the process as well. Rez, oh, he was low, but Dexter down. Spins around on a dime. Bomb to be planted now. Rez is pre-aiming and destroying MOUZ here. Up to 10. That's not the first time we've seen Rez's name in the feed. 3 frags in this one, and MOUZ, oh, they had it. They had that firm grasp on it until that exec again. NiP, they seem to be able to pull these off, even in a dire circumstances, in a number disadvantage.
They keep finding nice little hits for that, like that extra rotation over to the B bomb site just has no way to get involved in the action. The support players from MOUZ on defense are just completely neutralated coming over to the point of attack. This is really well done from NiP. In the early stages of IEM Cologne in the group stage, and it looked like hampus was kind of the guy leading the way, lifted most of the weight. We were kind of wondering about Brolin being activated, about Rez, what's going on with him. It was largely hampus and S-Tag providing huge impact. This is a very scary NiP if you're going to have a game like Vertigo where Brolin just goes nuts. Now you have Rez chiming in with some impactful kills. Rez was critical yesterday in that win over G2. A couple of those retakes at the end of the day. So Stars kind of picking up the pace for the Ninjas right at the perfect moment.
You don't think, I mean, I'm just intrigued to know what your stance on this is. It wouldn't be ill-advised to speak to those players and say, you know, we're kind of depending on you showing up now. Like, from a coach perspective, from DJL, just reminding them, like, Brolin, if you're not in the server tonight, we probably won't be in the semifinals tonight, or the quarterfinals. Yeah,
you can. The players are all very well aware of that, I would imagine, as well. Ooh, hampus spots a little bit of shoulder. Good spam from the AK-47, down to 27 HP. And even torzsi taking a little bit of damage as he falls back. 5-on-4 for NiP. No money in the bank for MOUZ as well. Critical round.
Yeah. And this is where NiP get to play their favorite game. They get to just slowly crawl for that map control, see what's given to them for free, see where the resistance is. As it currently stands, you can see MOUZ kind of putting a lot of pressure onto the shoulders of that solo B defender. JDC wants answers mid, flashes off, nothing to report. Still concerned about the apartments that are, or were, certainly occupied. You saw hampus find that frag with the wall bang.
MOUZ going for a gamble.
And look at the util, dude. They have got so much still. They've managed to get all the way into this.
Compare it to NiP. There's not even a stockpile anywhere on the map, and there's, what, a flash and a nade left. The real issue for NiP, the only real loss we can see on the map right now is if they head to this B bomb site. And that just doesn't seem to be the case.
I mean, they've gambled. They've even found a fake util. And now Dexter realizing it's all for naught. Rez has put himself into his 11th frag. And we are looking like a 9-1 scoreline. Nothing really to be done here. JDC, I don't know why he's floating back. You must be saving, considering the finances.
Yeah, you made the call already. If you're MOUZ and you brought 3 players over to the B bomb site, you just said you got to live and die by this decision right here. They are going to save those 3 weapons, so have a little bit of fight moving forward. But NiP starting to look, well, they started to look maybe a few rounds ago unstoppable. Now they're just kind of confirming it.
But yeah, you're right. When you talk about hampus being kind of the star of the NiP show, more often than not, I think that has been the separating factor, and frustration is really starting to be visible for MOUZ. I will remind you, some incredible wins against some incredible opposition.
Huge upsets this whole lower bracket
throughout
run.
This entire lower bracket. I mean, we knew it was going to be cutthroat, and we saw the teams in Group A, but the way in which it's gone down, to see MOUZ and NiP duking it out for this one spot in the lowers.
It's weird.
It is weird, but it's getting weirder for MOUZ now. That is a 9-round T-side haul. You can see, like, smiles ear to ear. You are in the dream state now. You're already 1-0 up. You took your opponent's map pick, Vertigo, that you hadn't played as a team in 3 months, banged it out. Now you're on home turf, much more familiar territory, and on the T side, where you have had some wobbles over the course of Cologne so far, you're smashing it. 9 already in the bank. 3rd timeout. Cyclone desperately trying to stop this hemorrhage because it is running out of opportunities. If we start seeing NiP get anywhere closer to 11, MOUZ are going to be very hard-pressed to voice concerns.
And I think the hard part for MOUZ is you're trying to find a plan and you're trying to kind of build off some of the success you had earlier. The only round they've won was based off that early aggression down Banana, right? Deep nade stack, deep Molotov. They caught a couple NiP players overcommitted to Banana, found a 2-for-1 trade there, end up winning the round. They go back to it the next round, and they don't get nearly as much production as they would have liked. They did find the opening kill on S-Tag when they pushed down Banana the second time, but that's not something obviously that you can go back to and rely on each and every round for these openings. And again, a lot of early utility being spent by MOUZ as well at this point, and NiP seem more than happy to just wait it out. That was a philosophy I know Threat kind of discussed about Ancient specifically is, you know, the other bomb site A is an option. You don't have to fight as much for the B bomb site. We don't feel like we need to spend as much utility. Here on Inferno as well, saving a lot of nades early on, letting MOUZ spend theirs, and exploiting it later on in the round. Haven't seen this from them before.
torzsi providing Overwatch for a JDC aggression. Safe from the flame, will be surely cleared, and Roland bullies him. Rounds the corner, quick headshot. Nade as well, softens torzsi up, and he fires off the shot. They know where the orb now resides, and they look at this. Oh my lord, a quick pivot. Straight up, just walking in towards the A site, and it is the right call as it stands.
Dexter's all alone. Dexter's all alone left mid. No smoke here this time. He's going to have to fight for his life. Again, that rotator is completely isolated. If they can just find Dexter, if they can just get this trade. Frozen trying to spam through to provide something. 2 kills is everything.
Off the timer, you need this. Started well with a bit of a change-up. Extinguish implies. Bymas still on that bike, still has vision to contest, but the bomb going down all the same. And torzsi hits the wall bang, so Plopski can no longer contribute. Just the two of them now. S-Tag on site. Brolin by that hay cart, and they are running them down. MOUZ need this second, and Brolin's making it difficult. Oh, and so's S-Tag. torzsi in the clutch. Can he hit the no-scope? He's good in these scenarios. He's low. S-Tag getting run down, though. The P250 from torzsi, and stabs him to secure it. You can see what it means to Dexter. MOUZ with a must-win round pulled just across the line by torzsi.
What an awkward fight. torzsi, yeah, you just had to pull out the knife at that point, didn't you? I can't believe the P250 didn't connect once. I can't believe it didn't get the finishing blow. That took everything from MOUZ, and again, their economy is just going to be at a breaking point. They buy what they can, not out of the woods just yet. If they can get up to 5-6, then you can start to have the conversation. They can get back into the map, but if they get reset here, you got to say it's all said and done.
Yeah, well, there's a step one into finding hope, or manufacturing hope. No question of finding it. It's up to you. Deep smoke CT, see what the NiP reaction to that is. And it seems like torzsi, whoa, okay, there you go. It's dream start for the MOUZ defense. This round could be over as soon as it started. It's already looking like a set third. 2 consecutive. Plopski, woof, quick one into Bymas. Despite the advantage and the knowledge going Bymas' way first. Rez finished off. Leaves Plopski alone. So it seemed like the Ninjas maybe threw caution to the wind in that one.
Yeah, that was very aggressive. That was letting the chains off everyone, letting the leash off and just go for it. S-Tag coming through that mid-smoke as well. That was a big, big gamble. However, you have to say, this is great for MOUZ so far with 4 players surviving. If they start losing a player here and there, if Plopski's able to pick off one, he can even forget about the bomb. If I'm Plopski in this scenario, I'm just like, I don't even care about the bomb. Let's go hunt down some kills. At the moment, just making sure nobody's close to him whatsoever. Any damage he can do is wonderful.
Frozen's going to give him a fight. Straight to the head. Good night. 3. Time for recovery here. Still make a game out of this. It was a nice shot from torzsi on the way in. This is how you got that clutch in the end. It was so close. The smoke is fading. No bullets in anything. And a quick left click.
He just caught a glimpse of him on that jump as well. Just through the smoke. Saw the head. Saw the little beanie.
And I can't really understand what that next round was. S-Tag running through the deep mid-smoke. I guess he's assuming no one's behind it, but quite an assumption.
And that is the round with all the aggression that NiP had their caution to the wind. That's the one that might give MOUZ an opening back into this game. Got to be very worried about that if you're NiP. That 3rd time out for MOUZ seems to have really done it. Round 13, 6-round lead for NiP, but it's dwindling slowly. 2 in a row for MOUZ.
torzsi trying to bring some aggression to the mix again, just taking a long glance down mid. S-attack perhaps to peek on into that. And it's aggression from Bymas rewarded. Rez cut down on second mid. Hampus shows face on towards the mouth of this fight. 3 at the top of Banana here. Plopski, ooh, lucky to get away with that just through the corner. Brought down to 4 HP. We discussed S-Attack's T-side AWP impact. Let's see if he can find anything into this side. You can see it's a very forward position, so intent displayed. But there's a re-flash. They want to retake this. I wonder. S-Attack. Oh, his barrel. It's sticking out. It's sticking out. And it's a freebie. No one there in support. And NiP just flattened by this defense. MOUZ have definitely started to find their voice. One back from Hampus, and that'll be it. Nearly spotless. Cyclone starting to find that hope and smile as well.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of belief in the players also. But, I mean, you got to ask the question, is it too late?
I mean, 9, yeah.
4 to 9.
Could have been offered 90 rounds on their second map of their pick. I think you'd definitely be.
But this is good. They're starting to be in their face, right? They're starting to deny some of the access to what NiP want to do. They're starting to dictate how some of these rounds are playing out. Previously, NiP was able to kind of stroll across the map. Whatever kind of pacing they wanted was theirs. Whatever kind of utility usage they wanted was unharassed, and it was perfect. Now, MOUZ is starting to throw a few obstacles in their way.
All eyes on Hampus for this one. Just an AK-47 and the rest just rocking those Deegs, P250s. I'll take that as the cue. And 10 towards top of mid.
There's no utility for NiP. There's no flashbang to give Hampus a peek to take anyone off the angle. No smoke to block anything. That's a great nade on S-Tag and Rez. Hampus is just going to have to straight up either bait a teammate or look for a dry fight.
Well, there's some fights. JDC confirms bodies up towards the top bracket.
Pulls Frozen back. At least a little bit. He actually just turned around and went right back to the B bomb site.
Well, there's the first, and Hampus wasn't able to find much on the round of the corner, so MOUZ handling business this fifth. Couple of frags away. torzsi secures it. And JDC with the cherry on top. Okay, MOUZ, this was necessary. They burned through 3 timeouts, but they've managed to resuscitate their hopes and dreams on their map pick. It's 4 consecutive from their defense. I mean, NiP haven't got more than 1 kill over the course of those last 3 rounds of play.
Yeah, these have looked good. These have looked nice and clean for MOUZ. Exactly what they needed to feel like there's a chance in the second half when they switch over to the offensive side. In the final round of the first half.
Why would you not buy more nades? Oh, he did. He dropped them.
He dropped them. That's the stockpile for the rotator. Ooh, hello. Hello. Tags Hampus. Down to 19.
But yeah, you're right about that. MOUZ bringing the fight to them.
Yeah.
I mean, if you compare the first 9 rounds.
It's the biggest change we've seen from MOUZ through these timeouts. Has been starting to get a little confidence and a little bit more bold with their early round.
You can't just let NiP have the space, that's for sure. They've learned that the hard way.
And also now with plenty of money, with really strong buys from MOUZ, they've been able to hold on to more nades. And with some of that early aggression and wins in some of the early rounds, they don't feel like they need to dump Molotovs and nades into choke points to hold NiP back.
Smoke on the long side. This is the exec though. This is where we see if MOUZ can actually handle NiP doing NiP things straight through. Brodin leaps in, confirms 3 bodies. Oh, they're all clustered. Dexter, shooting gallery. S-Attack does manage to do some damage. It's only S-Attack now. And a 1v2, he knows torzsi and JDC likely coming in from B. A flash and a fading smoke. Does he use it? Does he get away with it? Oh! Just gets in time. Want to check, does strike, knows where they both are. JDC saves the day and the half. That is recovered. MOUZ need to start strong on the second half. This is the second map. One of these teams goes home. The other to Cologne will be RB. A recovered half for MOUZ on the ropes. Battered, bloody, bruised NiP. 7 rounds required into the second half if they want to just get that ticket to Cologne playoffs secured, or will this be a full 3-map affair? What do you reckon, Jason?
That was a kind of a little bit of a gut punch. I think NiP's going to have taken this, but that was a real wake-up call at the end of this. NiP might have thought that they had MOUZ buried and done for at some point during that first half, but I mean, a resurgent comeback. Absolutely beautiful from MOUZ, but they switch over to the offensive side of Inferno, which has its own difficulties and struggles. One of the big ones to look out for once Acetag gets that AWP, his aggression in mid, his ability to find an opening kill, and now MOUZ is also running right into the stack.
Whoa, 1xBet favors NiP. Let's see if the pistol does too. Brawland, he's got the perfect weapon for the job. And so do the ninjas in res. Look how convincing that one is, and already that confidence starts to shift back to one side of this tournament area. 4
players, 5 guns. That's not an easy thing to break up. The dualies from Brolin at the off angle. Nobody even has a chance to shoot back at him. Good double kill. They're occupied by 2 players in quad. Magnificent Brolin with the triple kill, and Rez doubles it up at full house.
Oh, okay. Well, forced by Wars. Let's go. Tech9's some solid util. Brolin, he might continue where he left off here. He's actually been flashed off the line. You can see a lot of util forced out to stop the pace of this. And he is still going. Extinguishes. A reaction required. JDC tucked in tight on that corner. Ooh, a big one out of Bymas. An opening. And slipping through is JDC. Oh, this is falling apart for the Ninjas. Blobski's only got the one. And so, a very speedy, despite everything the Ninjas threw at them to hold them at bay. You clear your corner, right? One of this 2 versus 4.
M4 salvaged as well to hold off this retake attempt, but NiP's definitely going to go for it with the position of Rez. He needs to find a kill. Frozen is going to be the first one available to him, but he tucks down to double stack towards Ruins.
Up and over. Oh, a great headshot. They are starting to run out of players. Hampus and Rez have made it into a 1v1. Now Hampus up against Bymas. A fake, a frag, and they've pulled it back in time. A 10-second defuse.
No, he had a kit right there. A kit right next to the coffins. He didn't see it when he threw the smoke. Oh, it's inside the coffins. How could you ever see that? What a technicality to win on for MOUZ.
I was convinced he was going to pick it up. Or at least pick up the defuse. Yeah, Hampus just not enough time on the clock there, but Bymas just right to take the duel. Force him off that bomb. You can see it just kicking open this B site. It was very aggressive, very violent.
You could just see the chaos and the pace that MOUZ had on that kind of hit. NiP didn't really know how to respond or react to it. Yeah, the kit's not envisioned whatsoever. You're never going to see that.
Wait, he works it out. Oh, hey.
Oh, that's relief if I've ever seen it.
See how long that lasts, because already one of your 2 AK players has eaten a scout bullet. Thrown down range by S-Attack. Hampus has still got the big rifle. Frozen chunked, and wow, well managed on the Galil spray. You should see a response, but unwilling to commit to this. You don't want to lose the round in that opening engagement, so MOUZ will leave with the supremacy of round 18.
Yeah, but Brolin steps up to it next. He had that phenomenal vertigo. Obviously feeling it today. They're going to keep things measured for the moment. Another smoke at the half wall just to buy time.
They wouldn't. They would.
Oh, there's a gap there, isn't there?
Yeah, very clever, very cheeky.
Oh, what a nerd.
But I mean, Rez has got a 5-7. S-Attack as a scout. And MOUZ are walking on in as a 4-man pack. You can see Bymas from the elevated angle. Brolin spotted out. Does eliminate Frozen, but that does imply immediately they need to really run over. Uh-oh. Another connection from that scout into the head of JDC. S-Attack doing everything he can. But the bomb will go down.
Good clear from torzsi. Easy to forget about that corner as you come into the bomb site when the scout gets that frag from S-Tag. And NiP's going to back off. Happy with what they've recovered. M4, scout, and a Galil.
Not a bad haul, is it?
No, you'll take it into the next round. So 10-8. MOUZ still alive in this. Yeah, man, I mean, what a grueling battle to just stay in this map. The comeback in the first half when they were down, what, 9-0 at one point, or 8-0, and then 9-1. And then obviously losing the pistol in the second half by responding with a Tech-9 rush to the B bomb site. Good find at the end for Bymas.
Oh, it was so, yeah, I mean, hanging on by a thread at times, but this is really resilience out of MOUZ. If they can continue.
Oh, don't say it.
It was an if.
Stop short.
But if they can just hold on to this and prove to themselves that they have got not only that, but the mental fortitude. Yeah. Because, I mean, losing Vertigo, you really are, you're in the dumps. Never mind after that, losing your map pick and then going down 7-0 to a Swedish T side, you're going to start getting a little tilted. But look at this recovery. MOUZ now coming in with another likely favored round, considering NiP just going to be keeping it conservative, going to take a couple of avant-garde positions. I say that as they are getting a bit slippery. There you go. The real Chad move is doing it on your own, strafing onto them from the balcony.
Not an easy jump, is it?
No.
Oh, over towards Halls. Halls pop. Brolin could have something to say here. Gonna have to manage his attention.
Yes, tag. Flashed. It's Brawler. Does manage to track one, but there's bodies all over the shop. Repositions it to Bymas. Brawler 2. But the round is on Toplopski now, and he's just done enough damage to Dex that brings him down to 12. It could be perhaps enough for hampus' USP to be relevant into this one, but torzsi, healthy.
Guns to pick up now. Very doable retake.
Recovered rifles. Dexter in that mini pit. Nice angle. Fly into the site, but torzsi wins it out, and now the crossfire's clear. Rez just back turned. Dexter will collect. We will see 9 for MOUZ, albeit very much a testing round out of the Ninjas. They did make a lot out of a little there.
That was very, very close. Nice attempt from Brolin, the saved M4 and the saved Galil, doing work in that round to make it very possible. torzsi's been great recently towards this comeback that MOUZ has had. He's been fantastic. 1 round separates him, which is a weird thing to say considering where this was in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, we have to start celebrating MOUZ.
However, the longer they keep S-Tag off the AWP, the better it's going to be for him. I know I brought that up a couple of times, but this is great. This is a good way to at least have an advantage in the early going on your T side before the NiP economy can really settle down beneath them. Look at all the nades available stockpiled. That's what, 3 more smokes, 2 smokes, a nade.
So hampus is going to try and look like a puff up his chest and look like a full B stack defense.
Just take it the full way. He's going to be a puffer fish out here. Just trying to use utility to be intimidating to anyone trying to move in for attack.
Look at that. Sheesh. It's going to be very interesting to see if MOUZ kind of work it out, or if the constant barrage of smoke and incendiaries will force them into the 4-man stack on A. It's going to be preemptive with it. It's all about rotting this clock. At some point, you get to 30 seconds, you start thinking, maybe we should try something else. Good damage. They are coming through, though. It's just hampus, and he's not in a position to do anything. Well read. I think Dexter really started to work out that it was a bit too quiet, other than those nades and the pins pulled in CT.
You never know, too, if maybe it was something they spotted in some research saying, hey, look, if we're just hearing these kind of nades come out one by one across 20, 30 seconds, like likely, or there's a chance it's just one defender here. And with the MAC-10, low-risk play to pop through the smoke. One thing NiP didn't account for is the weaker weapon being less valuable to MOUZ for them to come right through.
Yeah, and also there is a downside to it. If you do get run down by one of those MAC-10s, they've got 3 smokes to just drop on towards deep CT. It's like a, you win by the sword or you die by the sword. That's not how the expression goes.
I like it, though.
Yeah, you could live by the sword, I suppose, but some people win by it.
Well, it doesn't matter, because here they died by it.
Yeah.
So same both ways on that end of it. We're all tied up at 10.
Everything has an end, Jason, apart from a sausage. It's got 2. That was Devil Walk. Shout out Devil Walk.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. 10 to 10. MOUZ continuing to surprise and continuing to be dangerous in this lower bracket run. One of 2 spots left on the Lanxess stage. The other one will be decided later on this evening. In the next matchup, that'll be Liquid taking on Furia for the final position, the final quarterfinal spot.
North versus South. It's crazy that we actually had a North versus South final in Cologne. You remember that one?
Oh, yeah. That was a weird timeline as well.
Yep.
Simple in a Liquid jersey.
An all-American grand final bar. Yeah, okay, fair. Simple in a Liquid jersey. Good point.
Well, NiP, at least they still have 4 weapons remaining. A lot of utility as well, a lot of nades. 4-man save lets them have a very powerful round here in number 21. Brolin slides out to an aggressive sandbags position. Ooh.
Nice. They're going to have to move now. Oh, they missed the molly. Cancel. Coming. Should have a frag here. Essa tag with 1. Make it 2. Rez as well puts his name in the feed. Problems for MOUZ as they find themselves with nothing.
I don't even know if the Molotov would have saved them there, but it certainly didn't help a single thing. torzsi and Frozen left in a 2 versus 4, creeping up towards the B bomb site. Plopski is here with nade flash. Brolin is here with Molotov flash and smoke as well.
I'm surprised Brolin isn't dropping anything. Oh, spoke too soon. It's just in time. Will they edge forward? Gap on it. torzsi's going to use that to start to peek through. Upper Nova. It's an elevated angle now. Brolan staying proactive. Plopski in support. Clear idea as to where the B defense lies. His third flash might catch him. Yeah, both blind, but still torzsi prevails on the first. Molotov will force Plopski out. They're doing a lot with this. And still one out of Plopski. A manageable clutch for Frozen.
S-Tag, the spam comes through. Good damage on a Frozen down to 9 HP. It's got to be perfect. Rez is already here. You're trying to be silent and change your position, and there's just no chance when Rez arrives. Dangerous round. 11 to 10, NiP retake the lead.
Yeah, I think torzsi felt like they could have done a little bit more with that. I mean, it was very, very promising to recover in that respect, to be getting the bomb down, for it to be a 2v4 goes 1v2. Certainly manageable. Tough luck on Frozen from that spam. But yeah, that missed Molotov. I mean, you're not going to be losing sleep over it, I suppose, but it would be easy to see how that might have gone differently if those CTs had to reposition.
Yeah, certainly. Nade comes out as well in front of Boiler, which makes that fight really difficult for the T side to track the defense. 1 round lead, plenty of money on MOUZ. S-Tag's finally got that AWP. They've got some cash built up behind them, so this match is right up in the air. S-Tag's going to take the op for the first time towards Banana.
Oh, he was looking straight at him, but torzsi wins the head-to-head. On action, and even catches the back turned of the retreating Brolan.
That smoke was such a nuisance. S-Tag couldn't see a thing. Might have had an idea, might have seen a shadow, but just not sure. Opening kill the way of MOUZ in an all-important round 22.
Another full cachet of utility awaiting the B defense.
Is NiP about to gamble? Everyone is playing away from the A bomb site. Rez is going to have a chance here. Off angle, tough to deal with. JDC crouches right under it, and the A hit is on. The bomb site is wide open, and NiP going to have to save again.
Okay. I mean, the conversation is definitely changing now. To post your 11th without losing a single man, losing what, 10 points of health amongst 5 of you, you are not really complaining.
Will be another buy in the next round from NiP. Plenty of money to drop weapons over, but this is starting to get tense.
Don't forget, it was a 9-6 half. Recovered with a run of 5 at the end from MOUZ, but also NiP won that pistol.
Yeah.
It's that forced by battle.
That Tech 9 B rush.
Yeah, run him over.
That'll be the frustrating thing for NiP if they can't close out this map.
Trying to hold on to the AWP now. Flash is going to be good. Plopski does gobble that one up. It's hampus to defend from that CT smoke, and they really are investing. A couple of players, you can afford to do so. It benefits you a whole lot more to take one away from that Ninja's defense, but to no avail.
The scary part is we're starting to get to that territory where a reset. If your economy breaks at this point in the game, it's going to be really tough to handle. Now, NiP haven't yet had a round where they've been forced into a retake and forced to really risk all their weapons. So that's kind of nice for them. They've been able to save 2 to 3 guns pretty much each and every round.
Oop.
Timeout taken from NiP.
Tangled in cables.
A little oop.
Yep, sorry, I've got the Anders Bloom set up over here. It's just spaghetti cables.
He's knocked that box over about 7 times in the past 3 days, so we had to do something.
I like his approach.
Works for him. 11-11 timeout called. NiP really looking to find a way or find a solution that can keep them in this game, that can get this defense going strong. They haven't been able to do it yet. Op again in the hands of S-Tag. This time he's got to spawn towards middle. Let's see what he does with it. Waiting for a timing, playing counter flash at the moment. torzsi's going to go for his peek again, doesn't land. And S-Tag here's no presence in mid, so he doesn't slide out for a quick shot. Just backs away slowly from the corner.
MOUZ have proven that NiP can bend, but will they break? Brolan and Plopski, this B duo, very much a win condition already, chipped away at both. Ooh, can do better. A combination of nades in unison leads to torzsi out of the round. That is a dream start for the CT side here, round 23.
That's a clever use of that Molotov. Ooh, S-Tag taking the advantage, taking the moment.
He's got a timer on this. Posted up. Bymas will work on Boiler. He knows he's got to get out of there. The smoke's still up for now. And peeking in. Careful, Plopski, playing with fire. The AWP narrowly missing out on a wallbang into that coffin position. But we're at 30 seconds now, and it's definitely advantage Ninjas. What do you do with this divided attack? Starting to reconvene now.
A little bit of attention. A smoke towards the B bomb site is going to keep both defenders there. So it's this three-man defense, and even S-Tag shifting away. Oh, this is so scary. They spotted one. Rez knows what's coming.
Safe. Blind. Hampus eliminated. JDC a big opening, and oh, Rez only kept to the one. Kept humble. Should see a bomb plant now. The rotate's on its way. It's only S-Tag that's close to really voice any early shots into the site. And we talked about it. Do you throw all your resources away? And
not at the point yet where you have to, but that's dwindling. At some point, NiP is going to have to fight for some of these rounds, but such clean entries provided by both offensive halves entering into the bomb sites when they eventually pull the trigger, finding great trades, great utility usage to blind the defenders.
JDC, another big frag to be posting just for his own confidence as well. He's right mid-table, had a quiet vertigo. Kill distribution from MOUZ, very convincing. Bymas and Frozen just trailing a little. And over on the Ninjas, it's Brolin and Rez, so, mission accomplished in that respect.
Yeah, but only 2 rounds won in the second half for NiP so far. One of those, again, the pistol. They have not found a way to slow down this MOUZ hit. Put a stop to it in any way. And I think they're kind of starting to suffer from the same issue, really, is MOUZ is getting a lot of map control and able to dictate a lot of the action and a lot of the pacing of it. JDC coming in with that flashbang perfectly timed. Hampus has no chance. Beautiful flashbang. Frozen throwing it and then getting the second kill to open up the site. 12-11.
Wow, this is good vibes tribe for MOUZ.
Remember, this comeback all started with that knife kill in the 1v1.
Oh, good point.
A long ways away.
He did recover it, and they ran with it. Now the conversation really is starting to change. The dialogue has shifted. Now NiP find themselves looking for answers. Another gap on that smoke. Flash and aggress. It's safe for Dexter. Allows us around the corner. Brolin and Plopski have been definitely dictated too. Meanwhile, Bymas starts his apps adventure once again. JDC in tow.
He's like, all right, screw it. You come halfway to get it. I'm done. Another smoke for the B defense. Hampus is able to get back in time to be blocked off. He may want to step in front of that if Rez is going to stick around for the fight. Rez is very much on his own now. Nade coming out, but Rez has it all to do. Good nade, good damage, good follow-up from the defense, and there's Bymas finally chiming in.
Great nade as well. He's really done a lot with those. It's up to S-Tag, though, for the short side slip. Oh, no! Lets it go. And so will the site. Falls now under MOUZ rule. Trying to delay that plant. We're at the 30-second mark. torzsi finds a safe haven for it.
They're going for this one. 3-on-3, and you have S-Tag in this position. You have to fight for this round if you're NiP, at least to see what the initial contact is going to be like.
Lovely retake smoke drop by S-Tag, just to draw attention. And one will divide, maybe nullify Frozen's position if they can get one down towards long side. Are they going to regroup? It's interesting. This is the smoke to kind of cut off that mini pit. 2 residing within that pit side and a gap on that smoke. torzsi, a quick click, puts Plopski down and it's cancelled the plans for NiP. 13. MOUZ not only sees the lead, but extend it.
This is wild, no matter what NiP do. I mean, that defense felt very disjointed. Rez on his own, fair play. A lot of utility spent to give him some clean fights. Able to find a couple kills with nobody looking. Hampus able to get one through smoke, but from there, no way for S-Tag to be involved in the action. No way for him to really stop that hit up lane in any kind of effort to protect Hampus rotating back around.
Rez did a lot with this. Him and Hampus do well to repel the initial push, but once they're in, no way for Plopski to contribute. Gap on that smoke into the site. Frustrations for NiP.
It's their turn to burn timeouts. MOUZ had to do the same thing, a taste of your own medicine. NiP still looking for some stopping power.
Yeah, very reminiscent. I mean, don't forget, I think we had a 7-1 scoreline in the first half.
Yeah.
It was like 7 to Ninjas, 1 to MOUZ on their T-side start. And now, MOUZ's T-start, it's very similar. 7 to 2, the scoreline reads in this second half. One of the one, not great.
No. And we haven't seen anything out of this defense that we saw previously from NiP that made him a little bit scary. The S-tag rounds with the AWP, that's been largely ineffective here against MOUZ. They've done a good job. B-holds haven't really been there, and as we saw last night against G2, the retakes were so strong from NiP, but they haven't even had a realistic chance of going for one.
Oh, again, torzsi bullies this B defense, and oh, JDC builds upon it.
That's got to be frustration of not being involved in the action. You're just trying to provide something for your team. This is a real knockout punch. Look at the money on NiP. It's not pretty on guys like Hampus and Plopsky.
They're in trouble. Big trouble. And little Cologne.
Gamble stack for the Ninjas. 3 players towards the A bomb site. Again, a strategy to allow them to save because, like I said, their money is just not pretty. Hope and pray that MOUZ come back to the A bomb site. Doesn't look like they will. MOUZ showing utility towards A from Bymas. That it's going to be a take of the bomb site there. So NiP might be getting a little bit excited, but that's going to fade real quick. And MOUZ is going to be on 14.
This is quite a recovered half. I mean, MOUZ, it looked like we were about to have a very flat exit to a team that's been so exciting. Heroic, vitality, big scalps, and then it felt like the Ninjas were just going to get to walk and putt it in. You know, that first map, Vertigo, tried to be a punish pick, couldn't really manifest anything convincing, and then coming into NiP's pick, it's this T side where they are kind of fighting fire with fire.
There's a bright side to this, though, on one level. NiP's actually have to start fighting for rounds at some point.
True.
Like, you're now at 14-11. You've done a great job of managing your economy, keeping rifles as much as possible. Plenty of cash flow for MOUZ, so they're coming for the hunt. If you're NiP, you have to know that. Hampus gonna have to put out the Molotov. We're trying to take guns away here. Rez, crossfire inside of the bomb site. First kill is his. Rest of MOUZ sliding in now right at the end. Rez holds on for the moment. There's a few more players, but they're not being aggressive. NiP keep 2 guns in hand.
And that's enough, it should be, to have a full force buy. Rez and Hampus able to drop over, maybe sacrificing a little util, but everyone will have their weapons. And torzsi, this is the dream for a T-side Inferno. Because, oh, look what he's working with. It was a slight silhouette on the incandescence.
I think that's the 3rd pick he's found in that same play towards the B bomb site. We saw him outduel S-tag there once, and this is the 2nd time we've seen him catch a player jumping back to try and get into cover.
Oh, aggression. Oh! Furious as torzsi takes him. Roland punished. One back from Plopsky just to stop all hope being lost.
What a warrior.
Yeah. torzsi is really pushing MOUZ to this 15th.
Not done yet. 3 players over at A. Hampus has picked the correct bomb site to be at.
Rez should be set for a first here. Bymas goes down, no trade available immediately. And the straight foul is plucked from the pack. Rez and S-tag happy to be able to contribute, but frozen. Thrown into an impossible scenario. The bomb is lost in the apartments.
27 HP. He's just hoping and praying someone's going to be pushing down Banana. A free kill that might put him into a 1v2. Wonder if he's just coming to pick up an AWP and save it.
I mean, you got plenty of opportunities, right? Ball is in your court.
Okay, so things are going to slow down.
8
40
grand
seconds.
in your bank, and did you hear that? Ladies and gentlemen, I will cover your ears if you're looking to watch it back later, but there is a battle for a semi-final bye. The upper bracket final of Group A is underway on that B stream. ESL_CSGO B to tune in. And it's a competitive half once again. Wow, wow. Movistar Riders, yeah. The individuals are all on.
That's craziness. That's some real insanity. Especially because Navi's shown that they're one of the most intimidating teams we've got at the tournament at the moment, and Movistar's putting them in their place.
Yeah, I mean, they've hit the ground running. You'd think losing an in-game leader is a real heavy blow, but I think Na'Vi are just a different kettle of fish, a completely different ball game when Na'Vi are involved. Electronica giving the most gangster Counter-Strike interview we've had in some time.
Yeah, that was beautiful from him, wasn't it? Well, here, NiP buy themselves a little bit of life. They've needed it. It's been oh so long since we saw Annie fight back from the Ninjas. They've got their 12th on the board. They stop a run from MOUZ, but they have to build upon it in a way that we have not yet seen in this half.
Yeah, we need some evidence in this one. So consistent we're seeing MOUZ find those opening fights towards Banana. It's unlikely that it's going to be the same case again because the S-Attack is just pressing his ear to the wall. If anyone does start trundling up mid early, but not the intention, not the call.
And you know, part of it is also like if he's done that a couple times, you might want to switch it up individually from game to game and map to map, so you can't easily be researched and read. But we also haven't really seen him take an angle towards alt mid with that AWP either. Utility being exchanged at the B bomb site. Brolin's going to slide over into the site itself. Ooh, they've got to be careful.
Yeah, one having another go. Denial of info mid. S-Attack flying blind now. Looking for nade damage, it's minimal. The longer you can hold on to your smoke, the better, but Brolin's feeling the pressure. Deep smoke and a spray into it, doesn't get away. A gap on it. Oh, Plopsky's going to get run down here. This is a catastrophe for the Ninjas in Pajamas. 4, all from MOUZ connecting into that A site. 1 across already. S-Attack trying to provide some degree of support, but the smoke is still up. The mollies are good. Plopsky is low. And so are the hopes of the Ninjas into this one. What do you do now?
I guess you go for it. 4 on 4. You've got kits, you've got some utility left. But if you lose a kill early, you might want to put a stop to it. Molotov might fort torzsi out in the open. Oh, he's going to burn. He's going to burn. He's blind. Now it's on.
Really, really problematic for JDC and Bymas trying to fight a crossfire. It's broken now. Dexter and JDC fill the feed. It's one back on the AWP. S-Attack close quarters. Takes down JDC. Bymas on the run. Does round the corner. And it's hampus in the 1v1. He's going for the ballsy.
No way.
Bymas,
No way.
Bymas gets him off the bomb. And 15 secured. NiP push all of their chips into the center of the table. And it's MOUZ that called their bluff. 15 secured, a third map. 3 opportunities from NiP to avoid it.
Yeah, and timeout called, you could see there by DJL to talk things over. One final conversation. Well, NiP had been saving round after round for the right moment to commit and go for the retake. That was it. And they had the look they wanted. They got it into a 2-on-2. What a stunning clutch. Hampus tries to stick the defuse.
You know, Bymas is just counting in his head there. Here's the sound. 5, 4, and look what it means to them. You really, Counter-Strike is one very unique game in terms of this emotional mountain you just have to constantly climb. Some low lows in that first half of MOUZ, but now just touching distance.
I can't believe how good this offensive side has looked. I can't believe how few answers NiP's been able to find. This is supposed to be something that is part of their wheelhouse. Preparation, planning, leadership has all been things that we've praised them in the past throughout this group stage run, and it's all falling apart here on Inferno.
Yeah, some of those stumbles and fumbles in their closing T side going to be haunting you, aren't they? Some of those rounds that were just determined by quick pushes in the first 10 seconds. You think we could have perhaps had a couple more. Brolin decides he wants to play on.
Don't give it back.
Successful in retreat. And the round we saw NiP convert was a product of Plopsky keeping it even on those trades of Banana, forcing them into those aim stars of A.
They're lined up here as well. S-Tag with the off angle behind the pillar. Flashbang doesn't affect him. Ready for the peek. Got a teammate as well to keep some spacing. There's the shot. Yeah, the op's gonna hold the angle. Oh, they both fall. They both fall. Brolin's at wrap side, but there is Hampus inside the site. Drops a Molotov, but they've got the angle on him. He somehow wins the fight. And the Flames hold back torzsi, but he's looking for the follow-up peek. He almost had it.
Oh, they're going to the pool for this bait. It's great from torzsi. He's given Dexter something to work with. A wide open B site. He'll have time to reposition. Plopsky yet to round the corner. The Australian has the power in his grasp, and he's hoping to bait them in with the trajectory. Uses the fading smoke. They're going to assume he's cough inside. And time ticking ever further in his presence.
Look at the nades.
In his favor. So many nades from the ninjas, but they really are just assuming he's not banana. Dexter, you could perhaps pull something rather magical. Oh,
no way!
As he knocks the head off of hampus. One more required, and it's Brawler that goes down. Dexter pulls MOUZ to a third map. He's done it. He knows what he's done. Magic from the Aussie. They're gonna love that. And they say anything you can do, we can do better. 9-6, take 10-3.
It's one hell of a Tam slam, Alex. What a way to win it. 1v3. Beautiful work, and NiP is stunned. They better recover everything on the line in map 3, and we'll be right back for it.